Hold on tight, because this story is about to shake up everything you thought you knew. Rumors are flying that Cardi B is pregnant, but here's the twist. The baby might not be who you expect. While she was publicly dating NFL star Stefon Diggs, whispers say the child could actually be Offset's. Is this real, or just another publicity stunt? In today's video, we're breaking down every secret and twist that no one's talking about. Watch till the very end, or you'll miss the wildest part of this drama everyone's buzzing about. Now hold on, because this story is a whole roller coaster. People are talking about Cardi B being pregnant by Offset, even though she was supposed to be dating NFL star Stefon Diggs. At this point, folks are joking that Offset must have the strongest pull in the game, because Cardi just cannot seem to stay away from him. She had been out here acting like she was over him for good, saying she moved on and was living her best life. Cardi B had been making it clear to the world that she was living her best life without Offset. She even released a song bragging about being outside and entertaining other men, which many saw as her final statement that the marriage was over for good. But now, after all that tough talk, she has suddenly turned up pregnant, and not just pregnant, but allegedly pregnant with Offset's fourth child. For a lot of people, this was hard to believe. She had been publicly flaunting her romance with NFL star Stefon Diggs, attending events with him, and posting affectionate videos on social media. The chemistry between them seemed strong, but clearly, whatever Stefon was bringing to the table was not enough to stop her from running back to Offset. At first, the public naturally assumed the baby was Stefon's. After all, that was the man everyone had last seen her with. But soon, whispers began spreading that the child actually belonged to Offset. That is when the real drama began to unfold. A few weeks ago, Cardi made a move that set off alarm bells. She wiped her Instagram clean of every single photo with Stefon. Fans immediately began speculating about a breakup. Many assumed Stefon must have cheated, especially given his history. He already has multiple baby mamas, another child reportedly on the way, and a reputation for stepping out of his relationships. This was not exactly a man with a spotless record when it came to loyalty. The situation became even more suspicious when Cardi showed up at Paris Fashion Week alone. She posed for the cameras in stunning outfits, but Stefon was nowhere in sight. The missing photos, the solo appearance, and the silence from both sides fueled the idea that something serious had happened. Meanwhile, the rumor mill kicked into overdrive. Reports started claiming that Stefon had discovered Cardi was pregnant, but that the baby was not his. Allegedly, he confronted her about it, which led to an explosive argument. Shortly after, Cardi deleted him from her social media entirely. According to some insiders, this was less about heartbreak and more about damage control, especially if Stefon truly felt blindsided. Adding another twist. Gossip sources claim that Stefon and Cardi's relationship might have been more for publicity than genuine romance. In that case, Stefon supposedly felt that being publicly linked to a pregnant woman carrying another man's child would hurt his image. That, insiders say, is why he supposedly decided to walk away without much hesitation. While all this was happening, Offset's name kept getting pulled into the conversation. Some thought he might be celebrating the news in his own subtle way, but he quickly denied it, insisting he was only celebrating his music. Still, the timeline of events had people side-eyeing both him and Cardi. This whole situation was especially shocking because Cardi had worked overtime to convince everyone she was done with Offset. When she first started seeing Stefon, she made sure to flaunt their relationship online. She even accused Offset of being bitter, claiming he could not stand to see her happy with someone else. In one rant, she alleged that Offset had a habit of threatening to harm himself whenever she seemed to be moving on in life. She also accused him of ruining her Valentine's Day and hinted at other toxic behaviors, though she held back on sharing all the details at the time. Offset was not exactly laying low, either. He was spotted with another woman who many suspected was his side piece. Cardi accused this woman of paying bloggers to post lies about her, sending her strange voice notes, and even sharing intimate videos of herself with Offset in an attempt to make Cardi jealous. Fans managed to track down the blogger in question, a woman who goes by the name One Goat, Alexis. On her page, Alexis had been posting shady content about Cardi for weeks. When people began calling her out, she fired back on Instagram, saying she owed Cardi no apology, and even hinted that she had more damaging information she could release if she wanted to. If that was not messy enough, Cardi also accused Offset of bringing his new girlfriend to her house without permission. After Cardi publicly warned the woman to stay away, The girlfriend escalated things by posting a video of herself inside Cardi's home. Cardi was furious, pointing out that it was her house. She had bought it herself, and the girlfriend had no right to be there. She also accused Offset of sending people to physically attack her friend as a way to get at her. While many sided with Cardi at first, the story took another sharp turn when a blind gossip item claimed Cardi herself had sent people to jump Offset and his girlfriend, and that she had done similar things to his previous side pieces. The post even described her alleged role in past altercations. Cardi immediately denied the claims on Twitter, saying her court records proved she had never sent grown men to attack anyone, only that her co-defendants were women. Still, even with her denials, the pregnancy rumors refused to die down. Street gossip insists that while Cardi was publicly dating Stefon, she was secretly seeing Offset on the side. According to these whispers, that is how he managed to get her pregnant again. Those same sources claim that her deleting Stefon from her Instagram was not about random drama, it was because he found out the truth and decided to end things. Now, the latest word is that Cardi plans to reveal the pregnancy in a big way, possibly tying it to the release of her new album or the drop of her first single. Many believe she will use the announcement as part of her promotional strategy, just as she has done with past life events. The situation has the internet completely divided. Some people are dragging Cardi for playing herself, saying it is embarrassing for her to end up back in Offset's arms after everything she has said about him. Others do not believe the baby is his at all, arguing that Offset's petty nature would have made him brag publicly if he were the father. Then there are those who think the whole rumor is ridiculous, saying Cardi would never let her ex get her pregnant again after the messy history they share. But whether it is fact or fiction, the speculation has taken on a life of its own, and Cardi's silence on the matter is only making people talk more. With her history of turning personal drama into publicity gold, fans are watching closely to see whether this pregnancy story will become her next headline-grabbing move. Until then, the streets will keep buzzing, and the tea will keep spilling. On top of that, he had been accused of robbing and assaulting his former male stylist just months before dating Cardi. So, expecting him to treat her better than Offset seemed unrealistic. The breakup rumors got louder when Cardi attended Paris Fashion Week without him. Then, over the weekend, she deleted every photo with Stefon from her Instagram, making it clear something was wrong. Stefon, however, still has pictures of them together on his page. While the internet was still busy picking apart the sudden split between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, Offset's name began popping up in the conversation. Many people thought he might be throwing shade or quietly celebrating the news of her rumored pregnancy. After all, if the child was his, it would be quite the twist in the ongoing saga between him and Cardi. But Offset quickly shut that down, saying he was not celebrating anything to do with her personal life. He was simply celebrating his music and recent career moves. Still, the timing of his posts, mixed with the swirling gossip, made people suspicious. By this point, rumors about Cardi being pregnant had taken on a life of their own. Most fans believed she was completely done with Offset, so the natural assumption was that Stefon Diggs was the father. After all, he was the man she had been publicly connected to for months, appearing with her in affectionate photos and videos, and traveling together like a solid couple. That is why the possibility of Offset being the father seemed so unexpected. Cardi had gone to great lengths to make the world believe she had moved on from him completely. When she first started dating Stefon, she wasted no time posting intimate loved-up videos of them all over her social media. She was clearly trying to send a message. Offset was no longer in the picture, and she was happy with someone new. But her posts went beyond just flaunting a new romance. She openly accused Offset of being bitter and unable to handle the fact that she had moved on with her life. According to Cardi, he would become angry whenever she appeared happy without him, sometimes to the point of threatening to harm himself. She claimed he pulled these stunts every time he saw her thriving in a relationship or in her personal life without him in it. Cardi also alleged that Offset had a pattern of trying to disrupt her peace. She said he ruined her Valentine's Day, though she did not go into all the details about how. During a passionate rant online, she hinted there were even more shady things he had done behind the scenes, things that, if she chose to reveal them, would expose his behavior in a big way. However, she decided not to spill everything at that moment, promising her followers she would share the full story when the time was right. This promise of more to come only fueled curiosity. Fans were left wondering what other secrets Cardi might be holding on to about her ex-husband. In the meantime, she kept up the image of a woman who was completely done with him, continuing to post happy moments with Stefon and showing the world that she had moved forward. That is why the pregnancy rumors hit so hard. If Offset really was the father, it would mean that Cardi had still been seeing him in some way while being publicly committed to For her critics, it would be proof that she had never truly cut ties with Offset. Despite all her talk of independence and moving on, as more details started to trickle in, some insiders claimed that Stefon had actually confronted Cardi after hearing whispers that the baby might not be his. Allegedly, this confrontation led to an explosive argument, after which she deleted all photos of him from her Instagram. That social media wipeout became one of the biggest clues for fans that something had gone very wrong in their relationship. Offset's involvement in the narrative only made things messier. He had his own long history of public drama with Cardi, from cheating scandals to social media spats, so seeing his name tied to her once again felt like déjà vu to many followers. It also reignited debates online about why Cardi seemed unable to fully walk away from him, even after claiming she was ready to close that chapter of her life. Her history with Offset made the situation even more complicated. Over the years, their relationship had been a mix of public displays of affection and equally public fallouts. Every breakup and reunion seemed to play out in front of millions of followers, which meant that every new development, especially something as big as a pregnancy rumor, was automatically treated as public business. In this case, the stakes felt higher because of the other man involved. Stefon Diggs is not just any celebrity. He is a high-profile NFL player with his own fanbase and media attention. Being tangled in a love triangle involving Offset and Cardi B was bound to draw extra scrutiny. The idea that his girlfriend might be pregnant by another man, especially her ex-husband, was the kind of gossip that the internet thrives on. Some people online tried to give Cardi the benefit of the doubt, pointing out that none of the pregnancy rumors had been confirmed. Others, however, were quick to judge, saying that if Offset really was the father, it showed a pattern in her personal choices that she could not seem to break away from. The situation also highlighted how quickly public perception can shift. Just weeks earlier, Cardi had been praised for moving on from Offset and finding happiness with someone new. Now, those same people were questioning her decisions and wondering if she had been playing a double game the entire time. Through it all, Cardi stayed relatively quiet about the pregnancy rumors, choosing not to confirm or deny them directly. This silence only added fuel to the fire. Fans dissected every post, every appearance, and even her clothing choices, searching for signs that she might be hiding a baby bump. Meanwhile, Offset continued to insist that his celebratory posts were about his music, not about her personal life, though for many, the timing still felt too coincidental. Whether the rumors are true or not, the story has managed to dominate headlines and social media discussions for weeks. It is a reminder of just how closely the public watches every move of celebrities, especially when their relationships are already known for being messy and unpredictable. And in Cardi B's case, it shows how her personal life continues to be intertwined with her career, her public image, and the music that often reflects her real-life drama. Around that time, Offset was also seen with one of his side pieces. Cardi accused this woman of paying bloggers to post lies about her, and of sending her voice notes and videos of Offset to make her jealous. Fans dug around and found the blogger she was talking about, one goat Alexis, who had been posting constant shade about Cardi. The blogger didn't hide it either. When people called her out, she posted on Instagram saying she owed Cardi no apology and stood by her words. The whole drama took a new turn when a blogger fired back hard at Cardi B, demanding that Cardi be the one to apologize. She went on Instagram stories with a bold message, claiming she was sitting on some serious tea information so big it could ruin Cardi's career if it ever got out. The blogger warned that if Cardi did not apologize to her, she was ready to spill all the secrets and shake up the whole situation even more. She expressed how wild it was that she was holding back so much explosive info, and yet people were calling her out and accusing her of having no integrity. According to the blogger, she could post the tea and watch it go viral overnight without it even harming her reputation. But instead, she chose to keep it quiet, at least for now. The blogger was clear about what she wanted: an apology from Cardi B. She kept repeating that she was owed this apology and would not back down until she got it. She even said she doubted most people cared about the ongoing drama between Cardi and Offset anymore, since it had been played out and talked about so many times over the years. Despite the public being somewhat tired of hearing about Cardi and Offset's rocky relationship, The blogger insisted she had the real inside scoop, the kind of tea that no one else knew. And that could completely change the story. This unexpected response stirred the pot even more. Fans and followers started buzzing, wondering what secrets could possibly be so damaging that someone would use them as leverage for an apology. The tension between Cardi and the blogger added a fresh layer of drama, making everyone eager to see if the tea would actually spill or if the situation would just fade away. But that was not the only headache Cardi was dealing with. Remember, when she accused Offset of bringing his new girlfriend to her house without permission? Well, right after she called the girl out, the girlfriend got bolder and posted a video of herself inside Cardi's home. Cardi said she had already warned her not to step foot there, but the girl told her she had no right to care since she had not lived there in 3 years. Cardi was furious, reminding her that it was still her house and she bought it herself. She also accused Offset of sending people to attack her friend out of spite. Fans sided with Cardi at first, until a blind item claimed she was actually the one sending people to fight Offset and his girlfriend, just like she had allegedly done with his past side pieces. The post said she technically did not send men, but a man and a woman instead. Cardi responded on Twitter, calling the rumor false and saying her court papers proved her co-defendants were women, not men. Still, while publicly trying to show she was over Offset, rumors say she was secretly seeing him behind Stefon Diggs' back, and he got her pregnant again. Word is, this is why she deleted all her photos with Steph. He supposedly found out she was cheating, confronted her, and she reacted by removing him from her page. According to gossip, the pregnancy is not Stefon's, but Offset's. And when Stefon found out, he ended the relationship. Allegedly, their romance was for PR anyway, and he felt it would look bad to be linked to a pregnant woman with a baby that was not his. Now, insiders claim Cardi plans to announce the pregnancy around the time she releases her new album. The word is that Cardi B might reveal her pregnancy either when her new album drops or when the first single comes out. Allegedly, she plans to time the announcement for maximum attention. People point out that Cardi has a history of using her relationships, children, and even past pregnancies as part of her album promotion, so it would not be surprising if this rumor turned out true. Nothing is confirmed yet, but the streets cannot stop talking. And baby, the internet is tearing Cardi apart for putting herself in this situation. Still, not everyone is convinced the baby belongs to Offset. Some argue that if it was his, he would already be loud about it. Offset is known for being petty, and many believe he would have publicly mocked her new man if he knew the child was his. Others are even more doubtful, saying, "You really think she'd let her ex-husband get her pregnant? She's not going back to him. She's never letting him touch her again. She moved on. It's over." Now the big question floating around is this: do you think Cardi is actually pregnant, or is it just bloating causing the buzz? And if she is pregnant, did she really let Offset father another child with her? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more of this messy tea, click over to watch the next video.